What's up, guys? Welcome back to Everyday Money. Have you taken a look at your crypto accounts lately? Have you? If you haven't, maybe just wait 6, 7, 12, 15 months or something to take a look at them, because things are not going well in the crypto world right now. We are in the midst of probably one of the biggest crypto crashes that we have seen in quite a while, and it's been going on since around April or May, when most cryptos hit new recent highs and have since just declined and continue to decline for various reasons. But the numbers, the percentages that they are right now officially easily puts them into crash territory, because a crash is typically seen as a double-digit percentage loss across a wide range of investments. Like, for example, the stock market, it wouldn't be just like cyclicals or tech getting hammered. It's like essentially the entire market gets hammered. And that's the way that it's been with this crypto crash. Pretty much every single crypto out there has taken a turn for the worse. For example, some of the cryptos that I follow, the Shiba Inu coin is down 82% from its May 10th high. Dogecoin is down 74% from its May 8th high. Ethereum is down 56% from its May 12th high. And Bitcoin, the OG, is down about 50% from its April 14th high of about $64,000. But anytime that we mention any type of high or low, or anytime that we talk about one of them shooting off to the moon, like I had in a previous video where I showed you a very small window of what at that point Shiba Inu coin was doing, you need to go ahead and broaden that view that you're getting of the chart and zoom out to get the full picture. Because even though all of these are down 50% or more from recent highs, for the year to date 2021, all of those are up. They're up from when we started the year. And now I have not been able to look at every single crypto project that is out there, but from just scrolling through my crypto.com app, almost every single crypto is up for the year, even though they have taken it on the chin pretty hard in recent days. So what's going on in the crypto market? Because for the first part of 2021, it really looked like the sky was the limit for all the cryptos. I mean, everything was going up, especially around that April, May area. And then all of a sudden things just kind of came off the rails and have been going downhill ever since, with a couple of blips here and there up, but in general in a downward trend. News and rumor drive the price of cryptocurrencies, because there's not really any fundamentals to look at. There's no earnings to beat or miss. There's no price to earnings ratios that you can look at. There's no restructuring or a new CEO or just some sort of concrete example for people to put faith in to move the crypto up like a stock would move up if it was having a rough time and there was some sort of turnaround plan. And so when you look at that, really all that you have is the faith of people and what they agree that any one of these cryptos is going to be worth at any time. And so when they get news, either hard and fast news, or they get rumors that something is or is not going to happen with any one of these projects, it can wildly swing the price of any of these crypto projects. I mean, if you guys are on any of the subreddits of any of these ones that I just mentioned before, or any other crypto, or if you follow their Twitters, or if you follow the people that are covering them on YouTube, you will know that in a very quick period of time, you can get a frenzy built up either for or against any one of these cryptos. And so that is what has been driving the price of these down. It has been news items. And there are several news items that have been noteworthy, but the biggest one is the stuff that's coming out of China. China, since 2013, has had it out for cryptocurrencies. They had, in 2013, they banned financial institutions from handling Bitcoin. And then in 2017, they declared that initial coin offerings were illegal. And so China just has a very negative look on cryptocurrency projects, and the reason for that, if we're going to be honest with each other, is it's all about control. It's about controlling people. It's about controlling the money supply in China, and they do not want to have anything that would go against their national currency, because they're not exactly anti-cryptocurrency. They're coming out with their own cryptocurrency. They are just anti any other cryptocurrency that could potentially be an end around against their control mechanisms that they want to hold over their people and their financial system. But the thing is that China is a very large country. Everyone knows that. They have a lot of people, and anything that goes on there has a major impact in the world, and especially in the crypto world, where, again, news just fuels these either increases in price or decreases in price. Another one has been Elon Musk. And as much as I hate to put as much focus and force on one person, this guy has a knack for controlling the crypto markets and where they go. He has pretty much single-handedly pumped up Dogecoin, and I know that there is a large group of followers in that community, but he pretty much pumped it up until the Saturday Night Live thing, and then when he said that it was a hustle on Saturday Night Live, it has essentially collapsed from there and has not had any real signs of recovery since. And that's about the time that May 8th high hit of about 74 cents. Since then, he has also taken a negative stance towards Bitcoin because of the amount of emissions that is generated to generate the power to mine for Bitcoin. And now whether that is a real thing or it's not, as far as in the grand scheme of things, are those emissions as bad as he says? That is for each individual person to decide. But because he said that, and because he said that Tesla is not going to accept Bitcoin for payment for Tesla vehicles, that has driven the price of Bitcoin down. And if you've been watching crypto markets for any period of time, you know that the rest of the projects essentially go in the same way that Bitcoin does, for the most part, unless one specific project has a bit of news that is either good or bad for them, such as being listed on a new exchange, or something happens with like a lawsuit, or like, for example, with Shiba, if the Shiba swap comes out, that will be an independently good thing for them, and that's where it will probably move separate from Bitcoin for a little bit. But overall, the market follows Bitcoin. It's the OG cryptocurrency. It's the largest one out there, and the market goes where it goes. Another bit of news that has been driving the markets occasionally, not as much as the news coming out of China and Elon Musk, essentially. So it's basically like a giant country full of billions of people and Elon Musk. And those two things run the crypto markets. But there has been also talk of U.S. regulation. There's been talk of just essentially regulating it more like a security, applying capital gains tax to it, and applying a very large capital gains tax to it. None of this has really been put into proposals. None of it is really even solid in any way. But just the talk of having regulation on a industry that has essentially been basically unregulated is enough to move those markets in a downward fashion. Now, on the flip side of that, what is going to make the crypto markets come back up, or at least just level out? There will be a point where people don't really care about the news as much once things get down to a certain level. For the most part, in the spring of 2021, cryptos were flying high. Everyone wanted into them. It was daily water cooler talk. And when things that weren't daily water cooler talk start becoming daily water cooler talk, that's when you can kind of think that maybe something is getting too overvalued, too hyped up, or whatever. But there will come a time where news items have less of downward effect on the price of any of these cryptocurrencies. And then there is also when news cycles cycle out, when the bad news cycles out, which it will over time, then you can get a leveling off, and then you can probably get a climb in it. And then also when there is good news to be had, when Elon Musk comes out and says that there's now enough renewable energy being put into mining of Bitcoin that Tesla will accept it, I can guarantee you that Bitcoin and all of the other crypto projects will follow Bitcoin on their way up. That is, I can almost guarantee you that when Elon has positive things to say about Bitcoin or Doge, that the rest of the market will come up as well. But we do need those good news items, those good rumors to drive the price of this coin or these coins all up. So what are you going to do for the moment? Right now, while all of these projects are solidly in the red, this would be the time to buy. And I want to steal this from Stock Up with Larry Jones. And if you haven't seen his channel, it is awesome. But I am not your financial advisor. I'm not a financial advisor. This is just what I'm doing. But right now, when things are solidly in the red, it now would be the time to buy. Because the old adage is buy low, sell high, but for the most part, people end up buying high when things are really in the green and selling low because they get into this upward swing. Everyone's talking about them. People get FOMO, and then they get in at when they're high, and then things start to come back down, and they don't want to lose their money, so they sell and they lock in those losses. But the thing is if you sell while the market is down, you lock in those losses, and you lose, and then you're out of the game and you have lost. The one thing you can do is if you bought super high up here and you're worried about losing money, it's going to happen if it's coming down. You're going to lose money on paper. You're not going to lose coins. If you're in the stock market, you're not going to lose stocks. But what you can do is you can dollar cost average your position down. Whereas, if for example, let's look at like Dogecoin when it was up at 74 cents. If you then bought in at 50 and then you bought in at 40 and now you're down here at 19 cents and you're buying. Every time you buy at that 19 cent level, you're averaging down the total cost of how much you have into Dogecoin. So these low points are times where you can just dollar cost average in, get your next purchase at a much lower price. So when it does come back up, your average is down here. Like your low price may be here, but your average is here. And then when it goes back up to here, you're winning, man. And that's what it's all about when you are trying to buy low and sell high. So the thing to do is to buy into the red. When it's going down, that would be the time to buy. Like Warren Buffett says, the time to be greedy is when others are fearful. And then when others are being greedy as all get out, when things are solidly in the green, that is the time to be fearful because it could be overhyped and we could be coming into a crash situation like we are now. So although this crash looks bad, and it's quite a bit, and that is pretty common in the cryptocurrency industry, in the cryptosphere, so to speak. And so who knows how long it's going to last for? It could go on for months. It could go on for days, years, weeks. No one can say, but there will be a point where everything hits a bottom, and then once we hit that bottom, there will be some sort of increase after that. Guys, if you got any value out of this, if you like this type of content, hit that like button for me. That really helps me out in the YouTube algorithm. If you guys haven't subscribed yet, hit that subscribe button down there to grow your wealth, increase your success, put you on the road to financial freedom. I appreciate you guys watching today, and I'll see you in the next one.